What's up, family? This is your favorite entrepreneur, Candace Billion Dollar Tone. I'm back with you another podcast. We walking through this journey. This time I did something a little different from my last episodes. Just to give you a quick rundown of what's happening right now. So right now I'm I'm not using my phone this time. I actually using my desktop. So I got two monitors up. So I'm going live on YouTube. I'm trying something new. So welcome YouTube to the Great Reset podcast. Um, and welcome Zoom. I have a couple people on Zoom. So I just want to welcome you guys on Zoom and YouTube to the Great Reset podcast. I will drop the links to the other episodes on Spotify and for my iPhone users. Um, no shade to Android on uh the Apple podcast. So I got a special guest with for you guys. Some of y'all might know him, and some of y'all may not. So for the ones that don't know him, I'm gonna introduce you to him. But the ones that know him, I'm gonna present him. I'm gonna present him to you. Um, his name is Maurice Davis. He have his own company called MAM Management. Um, and AKA, his name is he also go by the Debt Destroyer. So he been in the financial world for a few years. Started off with credit. Then he transitioned to also learning how to eliminate debt. How to he showed people how to give themselves a pay raise if you work a 9 to 5, like 90% of Americans do today. So he showed people how to give themselves a pay raise without asking their boss and minimize their tax liabilities. So again, like I said before, we going through the 30-day challenge. I did do it before. The Debt Destroyer, he actually helped me through that process during the 30-day challenge last year. He was one of my hosts that helped me out, and just want to again introduce him to you guys. He has helped hundreds of people on their journey, start their journey to building wealth, using proven strategies, techniques. He's a part of a huge community. He loves to help people. So I just want to welcome to the mic Maurice Davis. Come and just tell us who Maurice Davis is, Eminem Management.
Hey there, Candace. How you doing?
I'm
Oh man,
better than amazing.
that was a wonderful introduction. I think you did. You was a little modest there. No, but yeah, she said all the things that was right. I do love helping people. I started this journey a long time ago, back in 2013, because I myself needed credit help. So I started mentoring with a guy named Melvin. He was teaching me all the ropes about credit, and I just fell in love with it because I knew that was a big thing that people needed. And as I started learning on myself, I was like, well, shoot, I always wanted to find out what could I do as a business. I've been dibbled and dabbled in a lot of things, and this became a passion to me because financial literacy is the thing that hinders a lot of people in our community, and that be the major setback of things getting, you know, not, taken away from our future and stuff like that. They don't teach these things in school. So that's when I started learning it for myself. I knew that after it started changing my life, I can help others do it, and it just became a passion to me. And that's how I got on my financial journey. But I wasn't always there. I started off, you know, doing a lot of working. I worked a regular 9 to 5, working, driving buses. Um, had about 4 or 5 jobs doing that. I also did music and stuff like that. So I was just a average 9 to 5 person. And after starting that journey of getting my credit fixed and saw how, you know, it can be beneficial and saw how it started helping other people, I just, that's how that journey turned from me, from just working to having an entrepreneur mindset. That's a little bit about me so far.
Okay, so let's. I want to go back. I want to go back to, you said you had 4 or 5 jobs. Was this at one time?
Yeah,
So,
I was like a Jamaican.
oh, duh. Wow. So let me ask you this: Are you Jamaican?
No, I ain't Jamaican.
Okay, I was just gonna ask. Okay. Hey, y'all don't hate, don't hate. It was a joke. Okay, no, it was a joke. Please, no offense. It was a joke. Uh, you crazy for that. Uh, so so you have 4 to 5 jobs. So how, like, physically and mentally, what did how like give me your day, like, break down your day on having 4 or 5 jobs, like, because, and I say this because you're not the only one um that have 4 or 5 jobs. Like, it's a lot of people right now, due to inflation, have like 4 or 5 jobs, and they might not have 4 or 5, they might have 2 or 3. So I mean, it can't be much different. I mean, slightly different. So, like, break down your day or having, like, what was your routine like having these 4 or 5 jobs?
Well, like right now, I still have a few gigs that I do outside of my business, but it was it it was all over the place. It was like one day I might be doing security here and there, doing overnights, and then when I'm done with that, maybe I'm going to drive a bus because I had all my jobs on call where they'll call me and say, "Hey, you want to do this gig?" But it was one point in time where I was just driving a school bus. Well, that's a split shift. So if I'm doing my 6 o'clock, I get up 4 o'clock in the morning, do my shift, and then I'm off at 7 to 8. I got a few time at home. Then I go back 11 o'clock. Then I'm done at 4 o'clock. Well, after 4 o'clock, I might go and do a security job from 8 to 12 or something like that, or take a private job while I'm doing security on ATMs. You know, so or I might be at a grocery store doing. So it's it's like security jobs, from 1099 doing side gigs from my regular work security, or I take my 1099 security, or I go drive a bus somewhere. So it was always I was out doing something. And then as far as music, I even took that as a job too. Or sometimes I make money from that too. If I'm selling a beat or anything. But um my early stages, it was just mainly working and working and working. And when I got introduced to the Maryland, when I started fixing my credit and took that as a side thing, then as I'm working, I was just, doing as a side thing to make some money here and there. And I would take my flyers to work with me. I'll make some flyers. If I'm doing security, well, if I'm in a security store or I'm selling a CD for my music, okay, I'm doing security. The customers are coming there. I might walk up to. I know I ain't supposed to be doing it, but hey, I might go outside to the customers outside, and talk to them. Hey, y'all listen to rap or R&B?
Hmm.
Yeah, I listen to rap and R&B. Hey, I got this song I did. Y'all want to check this out? I had some hit. Back in the day they had the Walkman, the little CD player, so that way you can hear what you finna buy. Here,
Right,
listen to
right.
this real quick.
Damn right. I remember Walkmans. I don't want to give my age, but I definitely remember Walkman and tape players.
Yep.
Oh snap. Not the Walkman.
Yep.
That's
So
what's
I
up.
was always had my side hustle everywhere I go. And even to the point with the credit business, when I was driving my bus, you best believe a parent, if I'm dropping your child off, oh, your parent gonna know that I help with credit. I'm gonna get them a flyer.
Mm.
Hey, this what I do on the side, outside of driving the bus. I can help you with your credit. So that's how I really got my name out there too. So everything I took, it was kind of like I can say a calculated step. I always made sure whatever I was doing, it was able to fit with what I was trying to accomplish in my life. Was to build my business. Well, I know I have to build my clientele, so I still got to work while I'm doing it. So I'm taking my little layover spots. If I'm laying over at a place before I pick up the kids from school, well, if I stop at a gas station to get me some food or a snack, well, best believe I'm gonna leave me a flyer in there.
Absolutely.
So that
Exactly.
way, everywhere I go inside the city of Minneapolis or wherever, if I take a trip out of town, I'm gonna leave my stamp somewhere.
Mm.
And that's how
Wow.
I've been doing as far as working these jobs and coming in the entrepreneur world. I know I went all over the place. I kind of answered the question with too much of a question. I mean, to the answer.
No, no, no. You did. That was perfect. That was perfect. But I do want to go back a little bit to, well, one, I want to like just tell you like that's amazing because I like when you said your calculated moves and you basically had you knew what you was doing. You had goals. You set a goal, and you knew what even having a 9 to 5, 4 to 5 jobs. You also was working on your side hustle. But I want to go back to 1099 because everybody don't know what a 1099. What is a 1099?
Well, 1099 is something that you do when you're working for yourself. Like when you work a job, they're gonna give you a W-4 form to fill out so they'll be able to pay you. It's the same thing when you do a 1099. Say if you go out and do a DoorDash or Uber, or you got your own business, cutting hair. That's that is considered a 1099. Where if you got to report that if you make over $600 um, working for yourself. So basically, a 1099 is self-employed. To make a short answer, self-employed.
Okay, okay, awesome, awesome. So, okay, that's cool. So, okay, so, and you mentioned that you make money with music. What do you do with music um that produce income for you?
Well, now that happened by accident because I used to be an artist. Growing up as a kid, I made my first song at 4 years old.
What?
Didn't really start making no sense till I was 10. And then formed a
What?
group with I got four brothers. It was three brothers actually. I call it the four brothers because we was always together. His name Michael, Montreal, and Marcus. They was three brothers, and we formed a group together, and we started making music. We got trophies for it. They moved to Minnesota. I was still in Gary, Indiana, and years later, I ended up moving here. We reunited, and we started doing it again, and then I ended up meeting my wife here in Minnesota. So after meeting my wife, and having my son, I kind of slowed down with music and did the family thing, and then gradually came back into because I always had the business mindset. So when I got married, we formed. That's how Eminem Management got formed. Eminem stand for Maurice and Marvell. That's my wife's name, so that's where the Eminem Management came about. And we started, that's what the journey with the credit journey, and we started forming from the LLC with that. But then we also had something we was going out of our house because when we first got married, we had a 5 bedroom house, finished basement. We had something called the DW Lounge. If you Google that, you'll see it's still registered to the house. But we do doing pretty good with that lounge. We had that whole neighborhood rocking every weekend and had the whole block packed every weekend. But like I said, I had my own contract doing security, so I didn't really have to hire security. I was my own security at my own house. So all the money came, from our family and the business partners that we had. But it got so big that they told us that, of course, it's out the house. Of course, you got your own security, but you need to find a venue.
Damn.
So that's what we've been doing. So we held off from that, but that's coming back. We just now relaunching that. Me and my me and my daughter, and we getting that back. We got the LLC stuff going with that. So that's coming back revamped from 2018. We had to slow down with that, but now I just put a birdie out there, so that wasn't even supposed to be known right now. But yeah, we are finna try to launch that back up
Well,
coming
congratulations.
soon.
Well,
Yep.
congratulations. I'm throwing it out there right now because me, Maurice. We've been knowing each other since I think 2018. We did an event together um at Pizza Hut. We did a financial
Yep.
literacy in Minneapolis together. He touched on the four obstacles that stop people from building wealth, and he gave out the five solutions, and one of the solutions was investing. And I came in and did my investment piece when I was heavy, like strictly investing, um, pretty much. So we known each other for for a minute here now. So yeah,
A long time.
yeah, that part, that part, that part. All right, okay, so we went back to to where you at. So what was your mindset like when you was working all those jobs and versus your mindset now? Like, give us like
Well,
a rope, yeah, a rope,
even though
a guide, you
even
know.
even though I made it sound so easy with saying that it was a calculated step and I had that mindset, it I always had the ambitious thing, but it was some periods in that stages where I was working all them jobs. It was like, yeah, I can't wait till I get to a place where I don't have to do this. I can't wait till I get to a place where I have to do this. And it was kind of hard with, me leaving, seeing my two boys every day. Yeah, the only time they really mainly, well, they first, I still kept them with me everywhere I went, but it still wasn't enough for me. I felt that they needed more time. Only time they really seen me was like in the morning before they go to school and I'm heading to work. And then I'm getting back late and they see me for a few more seconds and I'm going to the next thing. And my mindset was like, dang, I need to find something where I can be home or where I can make enough money where I can have time with family too. So in the midst of me working all them jobs, I was always thinking of a way to get out of that.
I think a lot of people is with you on that. When it comes to time, and especially people with kids, and even people that's married. Married couples. I think they they a lot of people can relate to that. Going to work, waking up, maybe seeing their kids before they go to work, and maybe not. And then by the time they come home, is what you got to cook, and then you get ready for the next day. So a lot of people, I think a lot of people can relate to that. So that's definitely relatable. I know it's relatable for me. If it's relatable to anybody else, I mean, drop it in the chat. We all understand that sacrifice. But at the end of the day, you still an artist, and let's not forget that you say you're an artist, and you're a singer. So we actually have an artist up here, like right now, you guys. Like this is huge, like the artist. And you say you make beats, right? Do you have any of your beats?
Yes, yes.
All right, all
I
right.
make these.
Bet. Make sure make now if you can find a beat at the end of this, like is that like you can have one that you already released. We would love to hear like something. You ain't gotta be now, but at some point, do you have
I,
any on that where you can play or no?
yeah, I do. I can have DJ pull up a track that's already out.
Okay.
Actually, it's on Spotify right now too. We got some
Ooh.
tracks that's out on Spotify, YouTube. We got some mainstream artists too.
Okay.
That came out with some of our tracks that's been out. That's doing over 100,000 streams right now too.
Wow.
Um, so that's the thing. That's the when I said most. I was talking to one of my mentors, and I was like, man, when I made a mistake and said that again. I said some of this stuff happened on accident. And what I mean by that is some of this don't really feel like work because it's a passion to me. So me doing the music and me teaching my son how to make beats because remember I said I started rapping at 4. But the beautiful thing about that too, he took a passion to it and was making beats since he was 4, and he got real good at it. So he's a 10-year producer, and he's only 15. But he got his first placement at 11, and that's why I had to hurry up and get my stuff together and get things right with creating the record label and stuff like that. And when I was talking about my mentor had to make me realize this, I was like, well, "Dang, this kind of happened overnight. With us doing this, I wasn't expecting to happen this fast." And he was like, "Well, how long have you been rapping?" I was like, "Well, I've been doing it since I was 4, and then this, and then I got a few songs that's out." And then he's like, "Yeah, then you was mentoring your son, and now he's 11, so that's a quarter of 30 years of you being consistent. So it didn't happen overnight."
That
And
part.
I was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Wow, I didn't think of it that way."
That part. That part. So okay. So wait. Let's go back. I want to go back. Okay. Okay. First and foremost, you say you have mentors. Like, is it important? Do you think it's important to have mentors?
Yeah, because you got to have somebody to mentor you when you run out of things to pour. Because when you pour into people, you get mentally drained. You got to have somebody pour back into you.
That part. That part. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got this my little puppy down here sleeping. I don't know what's happening. Oh no, not my puppy, but dog sitting. He died. I don't know. He I think he having a dream or something. I don't know.
He
You guys
down
said
there having a drink.
Wilfred, but I think he was in a dream or something. But all right. So okay. So yeah, it is important to have mentors. Yeah, because if you the smartest person in your circle, then you don't grow. And having a
Yeah,
mentor allows you somebody if you have a mentor, someone smarter than you, or already reach the destination where you're trying to get to, those the type of people who can help you get through those tough and rough paths, that that
yeah.
that people that we all go through our adversity. Have you had any? Have you had to reach out to your mentors? Have you had any like adversities? And I don't and
Oh,
I mean sometimes where
I'm
you
gonna tell
had to
I'm gonna tell you a secret,
you go
and you ain't never know this, and I'm doing this online.
okay.
Um, I in the midst of everything, it was a time where. Remember that time where I told you you did know. I remember I was gonna move to Vegas,
Yep.
and I was living in Crystal at this time. I was moving from a 6 bedroom house, and I was gonna move to Vegas. I thought that was my journey to move. I fixed my truck, thought I was gonna move everything in the universe or whatever you want to call it. God said it wasn't time because I just fixed it, paid my money, and it still made it where I wasn't able to leave. I paid my deposit. I had my rent paid. I had the
Mm-hmm.
key to go turn my electricity on. All I had to do was drive down there.
Mm-hmm.
But something made it where it wasn't time for me to go. And in the midst of me having to stay, I ended up being, whew, I was homeless for a while. I was staying in a hotel almost a couple of years, and then you had to move in a little bit with my daughter apartments, staying there, and then came back to hotel. And in the midst of me teaching financial literacy, even some of the time while I was teaching at Pizza Hut, I was in the homeless state, living in a hotel. Nobody knew it,
Wow.
and that consistency. Um, yeah, even then when the placement happened, that was probably a couple of months after us finally finding the house. We had to downsize, which I really didn't care about because I really thought that we was gonna be here for a short period of time and move.
Mm-hmm.
But after that adversity of that, I guess God blessed us with showing us, hey, why are you in the wilderness right now? look what I'm still doing for you. And I started being content. And now I'm in Columbia Heights right now with a football field backyard.
Wow,
A-
what?
After that,
Wow, wow. Now that's overcoming adversity. Like that story, like wow, wow. And now look at you. You got a whole football field. That's what's up. Well, congratulations on
thank you, thank you.
on your football field.
You gonna be able to see it. Actually, I've been trying to get you to get here. We're gonna be doing a lot of skits and things in the future. With team and stuff. I got some things cooked up for the future in the summer too.
Okay. Okay. Y'all hear that? He invited me out to his football field, but we're gonna do some skits. So look out for the skits. So you an artist? And wait. You said your son, he's an artist too. That's a
He's
passion that
actually
he
he's
have.
just he's a producer
He's the
for my
producer.
daughter. My daughter,
Okay.
she's an artist. She raps.
Oh, okay. So it's a family business.
Family business.
That's love. I love that. Now you remember how you was like you didn't you felt like you wasn't spending time with your family. You came from a
Yeah,
point where you wasn't. Now you guys have a family business. Now are y'all spending more time together, or is it all business? And I mean, what is the dynamics now? Is it a balance of both business and pleasure, or
it's a balance of both.
it's awesome?
Yeah, it's a balance of both.
That's perfect. That's perfect. So wait. So okay. So how? So and you said you work with artists that's streaming on Spotify, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
and YouTube. They on Apple. They
Yeah,
on
they
all
have. Okay.
platforms.
So if somebody wanted to get like a hold of some of your beats, like what do they need to do? Like or if there's an artist that's looking for beats, like how do they contact you? Like
Well, they can go on YouTube, or we do have a website that they can go to. Um, that's up and run. That I gotta revamp that D Tray because I'm rebranding that. But I will get back to you on how to get to that. But
okay.
actually, they can go to YouTube right now and type in D Tray, and to see all the songs that came out from us. They can also go on what's that when you're looking up the song words for genius.com. You go on genius.com and type in D Tray, and you will see all the songs we produce.
Okay. Genius genius.com.
Yep,
And
genius.com.
and then once you do that, I mean, does it automatically pop up? Like for somebody like me who never even heard about that, like is it
Yeah, just
do
go.
they look for D Tray?
Yeah, all you gotta do is put D Tray in the search bar,
Okay.
and it'll say the 14-year-old producer in Minnesota, and it'll have a list of songs that was produced by him.
So there y'all go. All the artists out there. There you go. Hey, look, if you're an artist and want to get heard, yo, this the show. This is the show. That's what we do. Um, even if you have a business, look, this the show. Look, we got you. Okay, so and I love the fact that you said like, I think a lot of us like wants to get to a place where your work doesn't feel like work, because that's important. That's when you finding your passion. That's when you found your passion, and you work, and I noticed that's something you do too. You work harder on your passion than you do your job, and a lot of people work harder on their job than they do their passion. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
that's something I
it
noticed that
took
you
growth.
do.
It took growth for me to do that. Now,
Mm,
now I wasn't all like. Remember, I said I was working them jobs. I was working them jobs, and I was doing, passing the flyers out. But at first, it was like the business was the side hustle for me. That's just a little. That's just a little extra money to get me by. I'm gonna just work this job. But until me working and working, I think the stress got into that too, because I was always trying to, figure out a way to get out of that, but was
mm,
doing it the wrong way, and I ended up getting sick. I was working. the school bus and most of the other jobs, and my body broke down on me. And I wasn't able to walk for a while. I was on had to work with a walker, and PT and stuff had to come do exercises with me, and I wasn't really able to really go nowhere that much. I was always in the house and didn't really get out much. All I seen was four walls for almost a whole year, and it took me to just listen to Les Brown speeches, listen to a lot of motivational speeches on YouTube, listen to Lecrae gospel music, and every morning I would get up, and I had I was working my at home business too, but that's the only thing I had now because I couldn't go out and work the job. So I was working that and trying to get people still to get their credit fixed. Posting and posting and posting and posting and posting. That's all they see was Maurice posting about some credit. Well, nobody liking it or anything like that. And one morning, I woke up. I had posted in the business group, and this is about. I've probably been out of work for about a good 5 months. Ain't seen no money yet, because once your money stop, you ain't punching no clock, and you ain't got no money coming. So all I had to do was depend on myself. And man, one day I got to a post. It had over 99 comments in it overnight, and I just made a post, and I was like, oh, well, dang, I got people to talk to now. I worked that post, added everybody to my Facebook page, and started doing it there, and that's when everybody started noticing that I help with credit, and that's when business really started moving for me. I didn't have nothing else to do but do that.
Wow.
And that's when I rediverted my mind to, dang, I just made this for myself, and I wasn't punching no clock. And after that, that made me think. God said, "Well, I took me being mad at myself and not being able to go outside. I'm like, into well, I did say I wanted to be home with my kids more. I was home with my kids more, all right, but I was there. But it taught me that I need to work on myself more than working for somebody else. And ever since that day that I got sick, and thank God that I'm better now and able to move around again. But it took that day for me to realize I never put nobody else before me.
Wow. 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 That's wow. That's crazy, but wow. The fact that, like you said, it took like something that a situation like that before you realize that you would never put nobody else in front of you, your kids, your family, your health, and that's the thing. Okay, so that's the thing. I felt that a lot of us, when we start to work a 9 to 5, we worry, and the rat race. We so worried about you know living, surviving, um, that we forget about our health and not taking care of ourselves. But you, on the other hand, you took that, and you just made it that greater. You took that, and you took that the adversity. What the Japanese say in a mix of a crisis, they see opportunity. So you took that crisis and you made an opportunity for yourself, and you changed your mindset, and you knew you can do it yourself. You didn't have to depend on nobody else to do it,
Yes.
and that's gonna benefit you the rest of your life. Because what you think about AI, because AI gonna replace millions of people in the year 2030. you know so
It's
with you
it's
having this.
already replacing some jobs now. They got a McDonald's in Texas that's cooking everybody food. Ain't nobody in there. They order the
Yeah.
food. They take the order. They fix it according to the order. And they put it through the machine, and then their food cooked. Then I walked to the airport a couple of days ago. They got the people that use the buffer and walk around with the little waxer thing. They got it doing by itself now.
That part. That part. Let me play this real quick. It's let me, and then tell me what you think. Look at his answer to labor shortages.
an NVIDIA GPU-driven prototype called Figure One. I think what's been really extraordinary is the pace of progress we've made in 21 months.
From zero to this in 21
Zero to
months.
this, yeah. We were walking this robot in under a year since I incorporated the company.
Could you do this without NVIDIA's technology?
We think they're arguably the best in the world at this. I don't know if this would be possible without them.
I'm here to assist with tasks as requested.
We were amazed that Figure One is not just walking, but seemed to reason.
Hand me something healthy.
On it.
Figure One was able to understand I wanted the orange, not the packaged snack.
Thank you.
It's not yet perfected.
Yeah, you're going to get it.
But the early results are so promising, German automaker BMW plans to start testing the robot in its South Carolina factory this year. I think there's an opportunity to ship billions of robots in the coming decades onto the planet.
So that's what they got coming in the coming decades. Robots replacing people and helping people, and they got it in the BMW, like, and they got it in manufacturers. Like it's coming. It's here. Like you said, it's here. So like, what do you like? How do you feel? Like, and the thing is, the fact that you are able to go out and make and create something for you and your family, I think you ultimately gonna be fine because you have a business and you know how to work for yourself. But the people who just depending on a corporate job, like, I mean, how do you feel?
They're gonna be in trouble. That's what I feel. I feel that they need to learn how to adapt to what's coming. Because if they don't, they gonna be in a destitute. If that's the right word to use. They gonna be in some trouble, I should say.
All right.
And man, this is it's made me think about
What?
I think just by hearing that, about the robots. Every time I hear about the robots, I think about that movie Terminator.
That part. Yes. Yes. Yes.
They were sitting there telling us our future before then. Television. That's what they doing. They told us our vision and we didn't even know it.
Ooh, I love that. Television. So check this out. The fact that you said that, I've heard before where they said everything that's on television already, they already tried. Remember Back to the Future?
Yep. Remember the Jetsons?
Yes. 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 Yes.
And how is it, but look at this. How on earth is the Simpsons? How's the Simpsons predicting every single future? Come on now.
So everything on the television is telling you something. Yeah. You heard? You heard?
They wanted the guys to entertain.
That part. So look, we're gonna wrap this up because most of my episodes, I think the longest one might be 20 some minutes. And I don't know where we at right now because I ain't got. Oh, well, we're at 35 minutes. So look, check this out. I got one last question for you. Okay. But you get to choose. I got 4 different questions. You can answer them all, or you can choose from one that you want to answer. Okay. So do you want to do one, or do you want how many questions? Do you want to know the question first?
I want to know the question first.
Okay. So, and check this out, y'all. We didn't talk about these questions. I did not tell him the questions I was going to ask them. All right. So, okay. The first question is: do you want to know all of them right now? I'm gonna give you all 4, and then you tell me which ones you want. So the first question is: okay, so should married couples have separate accounts? That's one question. Second question is money important in relationships? And then third question is, who should hold down the family? Should it be the man or the female? Okay, then question number 4 is, what is most important in a relationship? Would it be spirituality, love, sex, or money? So which one do you want to answer?
I'm asking about the spirituality part.
Okay. So he this the question he wants to answer. What is most important in a relationship? Spirituality, love, sex, or money?
Well, for me, this is my opinion because I don't want nobody to jump on me with their philosophies or anything like that. But I believe spirituality is the major part, and with the man learning from the overhead and then bringing back and leading, that would be the great household ran.
Hmm. Okay.
But if you're not spirituality, if I didn't know God, then I would say, in my fleshly way, um, I like to feel love, respected, loyalty, and of course, I gotta have some sex involved too.
That
Um,
part.
so, so yeah, that's why. So I asked for both sides.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So hey, thank you guys for tapping in. It's Maurice, the Debt Destroyer. Maurice, how can they get a hold of you? Like, what? How can people find you? Like, if they want to talk to you more, if they want music from you, or they need help with credit, or anything that
They
you
can,
do, or they want to
they
act
can
with you. Like, how can people get a hold of you to contact you?
they can follow me on Instagram at love12g, or they can go to my website. That's bit.ly/excel with Maurice, and that's all one word, excel with Maurice, with a slash on it. Bit.ly excel with Maurice, and that's how you'll be able to get to me. And once you get on there, you'll be able to leave your name and number in there, and then I can contact you accordingly. And if you want to beat, you can email me at dtraybeats007 at gmail.com.
Booyah. All right, you guys. I'll talk to you later. Hey, YouTube, thanks for joining in. You guys have a better than amazing day. And I see you at the beaches or the banks. Until next time, I'm signing off, YouTube.
All right, y'all. Peace